All right. Hello, everybody. So we are here for another session of trying to write this Vimlike model editor. We have now done 4 parts. This is the 5th. Just some announcements before we start. I am now on YouTube with the VODs at youtube.com/@codersauce. So you can watch all the VODs there. I also created a Discord server if you want to suggest things that we can do and take a look at the projects that I think we're going to tackle in the future. You can look at all of that on our Discord server. To get there, just do discord.codersauce.com, and hopefully you'll be redirected to the invite, which is going to redirect you to our channel, Coder Sauce. So you're more than welcome to join us there. All right, that's all that I wanted to say. Let's delve into our editor, and I think let's do a quick recap of where we are. Let's run. Oops. So, oh, what the heck? Oh, yeah, I did some changes, and I think I caused issues. So let's tackle those, and then I'll give you a status of where we are. Basically, I changed everything that is related to the buffer size. Instead of using U16, we're now using usize. And the reason for that is that I want the files to be able to be arbitrarily long, and I didn't want to constrain the lines on the buffer to a U16. Don't even know if that makes sense, but instinctively, I don't know how to pronounce that, but my instinct told me that that would be a good decision. But anyways, it's saying no diagnostics found. Why is that? Cargo check. Did I run it somewhere else? Cargo check. Cargo run. It's complaining about something on editor RS 297. Let's see. 297. Let's see if restarting the LSP, if we get anything. No. No diagnostics. And line 297, expected use size found U16. Let's see. Buffer line is a U16. Yep, this is wrong, but not sure why. Rust Analyzer is not complaining. Super weird. Now it is. And actually, buffer line should be a usize now. That's the part that I don't understand. I thought I did that. Anyways, let's do that now. And so let's do this as usize, like that. Line length, no. Okay, save that. Let's see, cargo check. Insert line is never used. Oh, this is also leftover. Where is that? 44 on the buffer. All right, but that doesn't matter. Let's just run now to have a recap of where we were. So now I implemented a bunch of movements. I think most of the movements, basic movements, are working. We can go to the end of the line. Let me start Keycaster as well. This way we can follow what I do. So JK. Go to the end of the line, go to the beginning of the line. I did implement go to the bottom of the file and the beginning of the file. Maybe we should. Let me see something here. I was starting to track those things. Let's create one here. Go to beginning of buffer. I think it's GG. New, go to end of buffer. I think it's capital G. Let me see if that's correct. So G, yep, and then GG, perfect. So you can implement those as well. But the main thing that I wanted to do today was start working on the undo feature. So let me open a larger file here, editor. Yeah, and this one you can do like Control F, and you can go, page down, page up with Control B. So all of that seems to be working fine. So, and just so you guys get the whole editor, let me make sure that it's above my head here. Okay, yeah, and we're not cleaning up the last line here yet, but we're going to tackle that soon as well. All right, so about the undo feature. Here's what I think we should do. If an action is undoable, I think we should push what would be the undo action of that action into a vector of undoable actions and push that to that vector. What I mean by that, let me show you. So let's go to the actions here. Oops. On the actual editor. So for instance, DD deletes a line, right? So if I go here and I delete a line, when I press undo, I would like that line to be restored, right? So let's go ahead and implement that. So I think what we should do is on the editor, we should have like a list of undo actions, and let's call, yeah, a vector of actions. Undo actions is a vector like that. And then, for instance, when we do delete line, let me find that delete line. Is that delete line? Delete current line. Delete current line. On top of removing the line, I think we should have a new action that restores a given line. So let's see if we can do that. So here's what we're gonna do, like let line self dot current line. I don't believe we have that yet. And then we're gonna do self remove the line and then self dot undo actions. Yes, that's exactly what I want, but not insert. Actually, let's disable Copilot. And then let's push actions, insert line at, and then we need the buffer line. So it's going to be the buffer line. Yeah, so let line equals to self dot current line. So this is going to give you the line number. Is that correct? No, not current line. Buffer line. And then let's do contents. And that's going to be the current line. Maybe like that. And then we push insert line at, and then we can do line and contents like that. Let's implement current line contents. This is going to return a string. Oops. And then let me see here. So it's going to be self dot buffer dot get. Yes, and then self dot buffer line, and this is an option string like that. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, perfect. So let's next, oh, not actions, but action, and then let's define insert line at. There we go. So this is going to be the undo action for delete current line. And I think we can implement undo. Let's do that. Undo. And then, perfect. Insert line at. So we're already pushing it. So now I think what we need to do is action undo. We're going to do if let sum undo action equals self dot undo actions dot pop. Self dot not handle event. Let me see where handle event is being called. Here. Handle event. So oh, we're actually executing the action on the run. So I think we have, yeah, to extract this as a method. And then we can call it from undo as well. Let's do that. Actually, we could create a execute method on the action in I think that would be even better. So got this, and then action.execute. Perfect. Let's generate the execute method. Here we go. Like that. And then we can't break like this. Actually, if it's quit, we're not going to do anything. Placeholder. What do we return from this? I think nothing from now, and we're going to keep it that way. Later on, we maybe we'll need to like return if we need to redraw or something like that. But for now, we're always re-rendering the editor, so that's fine. Quit's not going to do anything. And now instead of action, it has to be self. And we also need to take the editor. The editor is going to be a immutable reference to the editor, so we can perform actions there. And everywhere where we have self dot, we'll need to change that to editor dot. So self dot, actually it has to be like this, editor dot, and perfect. So undo, let's not do that yet. All right, let's do this. This, yeah, with that to do is fine. Let's check all the errors. So new mode, what is the problem here? Don't know. Let's do a cargo check. Expected mode, found mode. Can we do like that? Yes. What's the problem here? Let's follow here. So line 88, insert expected a character. Okay. Here, same thing. Let's do that. Same here, apparently. And I think we're good, at least here. Let's see what cargo check tells us. Yep, so on the method execute on line 317, we need to pass in the editor, self. Oh, and then here we need to protect, if we're running the quit action, I want to break here. So if action equals action, actually, let's do this. If matches action break, not break. Actually, it is quit, like that. All right, seems like we have yet another problem. Cannot move out, okay, of new mode. Can we copy new mode? Let's see. Can we go to mode? What if we derive clone and copy? Then we do this, can we? Okay, seems like we're good. And now let's implement insert lineat. So we're gonna insert lineat y and contents. And now editor dot buffer dot insert line y contents if let some contents equal contents, like that. So this takes a usize, okay, and is insert lineat usize. Oh, but hold on, let's see. And then insert line expects usize. So I'm not sure what the problem is. Oh, same deal. We need to dereference here. And content, oh, this is a, okay. Can we do this as well? Nope. All right, cargo check. Good. So we are handling undo. Okay, we are almost handling undo. So now we need to do undo action.execute and then pass in the editor. I think that's it. Is that all it takes? Let's see. Cargo run. Oh, yeah, I didn't pass in a file. Okay, what happens if we delete a line and then we undo? Oh, we're not mapping U to undo. That's it, that's why. I thought it was another problem. So thankfully it should be just the undo. So let's do the following. Like that, and then undo. Let's see, let's delete a line. Ah, yes, so that's so cool. And then we are at the top of the undo stack, so we can't undo anymore. Let's delete a bunch of lines here and go down here, delete more lines, like that. Let's undo, 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 undo. That's so cool. Let's see what NeoVim does when we delete some lines in different locations, and then we undo, 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 undo. Okay, so when we do that, I don't know if you saw that, but it moves the cursor to the undo position. So I think we might have to do that as well. So let's go to the execute, execute. And then if we are insert line at, we're gonna do that, and then editor.cy. The problem is that we can't use y yet. Hold on, let me think how we're gonna do this. This is gonna be complicated because the undo can be on a region that is not displayed where we are right now. So we need to create a method that either goes to the line if it's within the viewport, or it scrolls to the line. It puts the line in the viewport. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's do what. Let's see what NeoVim does in that case. Let's delete line 99 here, and let's go all the way to the bottom, and let's hit undo. Nice. So not only it put that within the viewport, I'm sorry, but it also centralized the line on the viewport. Okay, I think we should emulate exactly that. And there's also a command called ZZ that puts the the line on the center of the buffer, I think we can do that in two steps, right? We can first implement the centralization of the line, and second, we can use that method here if that line is on the viewport, of course, or is outside of the viewport. Okay, let's start with that. Let's map here. And another thing that I want to do, soon is be able to redefine mappings. I did some exploration yesterday about how to configure key mappings, and I'm going to talk about that probably later down the stream. But I think that's another thing that I want to approach, which would make this a lot easier to, because right now, if you take a look at the DD method, for instance, when we do D, we set this waiting command, and then we need to handle the waiting command separately. I think it would be easier to do this if we had like a remappable and generic key map handler, which is something I'm looking into doing. Right. But for now, since we don't have that, let's continue the way we do this. So if we do Z, we're going to do some action set waiting command to be Z, like that. And then we need to tackle Z on the handle waiting command. And if it's a Z, we're going to match the event, key, event, match event.code, event, key code, char Z, some action, move line to viewport center, something like that. What did I do wrong here? Let's see. Oh, I have two closing. Okay. Yeah, and then we have to handle the generic case here, which we don't do anything with. Let's define this, move to viewport center. And now hopefully we'll have an error somewhere. Hold on, let's see. Match, oh, yeah, here as well. And now the idea is to have an error pointing us where we need to implement. That's why I love the Rust enums. It tells you exactly where to implement the missing feature right here. And you can even do like rely on Rust Analyzer to do that for you. So now you have the viewport center here. So let's do that. So in order to center the line, if it's after the middle of the viewport, we need to move up, right? And we need to make sure that we have enough buffer lines to move up. Now, if it's above the middle, we need to make sure that we have enough lines to scroll down, right? So yeah, I think that's what we need to implement here. So I think the distance, so let's see. Viewport middle or center is gonna be self.vHeight divided by 2. Yes, and then distance to center is gonna be self.y minus, and this has to be si size divided by minus self viewport center si size. Oh, it's already an I size, so what is the viewport height? Let me see if we have that. VTop, I know we have. So vWidth, vHeight. Oh, it's the editors. So forgot that we had here editor CY minus viewport center. So viewport center is what? U16, okay. You know what? As I size. Okay, so that's the distance to center. Now we need to get the absolute value of that. I don't know how to do absolute in Rust. Oh, okay. I size absolutes. Okay. So we can do this. Okay, that's the distance to center. And actually, let's not do that just yet because we need to know the direction. So let's take that back. And then let direction that we need to go is either going to be up or down, right? So I think we can take that from the sign. So if distance to center is more than 0, then we need to move up. And then if self dot vtop more than distance to center dot abs. So what I'm thinking here is, since we need to move up, oh, hold on. If the distance to center is more than 0, it's because we need to move down. Exact, no, more than 0. Yes, because the distance, let me see how I'm doing this. So cy, let's draw something here. So we have the buffer here, right? Let's say, to make it easy, let's pretend that this is the center, right? And if the distance to center is going to be cy, so my current, so let's say that we're here, right? Our cursor is right here. And we can do like, I know there's a way to increment, hold on, let me see. NeoVim increment current char. Control A. Okay, yeah, never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our CI is 3, right? And viewport center is 2. So in this case, our distance is 3 minus 2, which is 1. So it's more than 0. And if we want to put this line on the center, we need to move 1 up, right? So I think that's correct. So if we need to scroll up, basically we need to know if we have enough buffer after the viewport. And then, so if self.buffer len, not self, editor, is more than vtop plus the distance to the center. If it is, we do editor.vtop plus equals distance to center. Actually, it's minus. No, editor vtop dot saturating sub distance to center dot absolute, like that. What's the problem here? Okay, usize. This is isize and len is usize. Okay, this way we don't need to do absolute anymore. And I think vtop is u16. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. What's the issue here? Okay, so vtop is, yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna redefine vtop as usize because it's a position on the buffer. So I'm gonna keep that as usize, and I'm sure there will be a lot of implications on that. What's the problem here? As usize, there it is. Yeah. As usize, just like that. Let's go to the next one. Yeah, same thing, as usize. And then we can take out those parens. And vtop is already usize. Okay. And then we don't need this anymore. Perfect. CY as usize. And then we don't need this guy anymore. Okay. CY, yes, CY is within the viewport, so that's fine. We can do len as usize. Then we can shrink it to a U16 here, I don't mind. Like this. V height as usize. We don't need this guy here anymore. Okay, do we have any more? No, doesn't look like it. Okay, so where were we? Here, right? So if I press ZZ now and we are below the center and we have enough lines to scroll, this should work. So let's test that. So now if I'm below the center and I have enough buffer to, so let's see, Z. That did not work. Oh, because we're just moving VTOP. We're not putting the cursor where it's supposed to be. So let's do that. Editor.cy equals to, no, not distance to center, but viewport center instead. Like that. So let's try it again. Let's go down, scroll a bunch, and then do ZZ on action, move left. Still not working. Are we moving to the wrong place? No, we need to be doing this. So here, distance to center is 1. So distance to center here is 1. If len is more than vtop plus editor vtop as usize plus distance to center. Yeah, basically what I'm checking here is if I have things on the bottom of the buffer, right? But we need to check the top of the buffer. Yeah, because we're scrolling up. So actually, if distance is less than 0, we need to scroll down. So this here is correct. Actually, let's do that case. VTOP plus distance to center. And in this case here, this is if buffer len. Here we need to do the following. If editor.vtop is more than self.current buffer, not self, editor.current, so buffer line. Let me think. If the VTOP is more than the buffer line, thinking. So yeah, because if we scroll 1, 2, 3 lines, the VTOP now is 3, so it means that we have 3 lines to go up, right? Three lines to go up. And how many lines do we have to go up? Distance to center, yes. So if VTOP is more than distance to center, I think that's what we need. Let's see. Okay, so let's say here. Let's start printing stuff because otherwise it's going to be hard. So let's log viewport, so editor, not editor, but viewport height equals to editor viewport height, oops, v height. Let's do the viewport center. Like that. D2 center. Okay. Distance to center more than 0. Okay. Let's do vtop equals to something more than distance to center equals to distance to center. And then new vtop like that. So here we do new vtop and we print it here, new vtop. Let's see what's going on. So let's tail red.log. Let's clean it and let's run. Vtop equals, I forgot vtop somewhere online here. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, let's do what we were doing and move a bunch to the bottom. Scroll down a bunch. And now let's press Z. Okay, the v height was 34, so this is our height here. The v center was 17, which is perfectly correct. The distance to center was 16. That I don't know because I don't know my current position. So before we continue, let's add that. I think that's the key because we are not taking this current y into consideration. We're just scrolling, aren't we? We are. And I think that's one of the issues. So let's see, editor.cy. So the distance to center, oh, we are, never mind. Yeah, that's fine. That's how we're getting there. That's fine. We were just not printing it. Here we go. Okay. So CY was 33, so we were here. V height was 34, that's correct. The V center is 17. The distance to the center was 16. So if we are at, if we are at, oh, I thought I was on the other monitor. So if we are at 33, right, minus 16, you would land on 17. We will need to scroll up 16. No, vtop 12 is more than the distance to center, meaning, can we scroll? Oh, that's wrong. Because, I don't know, hold on. Let's see here. If we want to move, yeah, let's scroll down a lot to make sure that we have enough buffer. Okay. Now if we do ZZ, that works. Did it work? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we fell into the correct line though. I didn't pay attention in which line we were. Okay, let's get enter mode here. And let's do ZZ here. No, where is enter mode? It was further down. Are we? Hold on. New vtop is becoming less. I think it has to be more. Because we need to scroll down. Yeah. I think that's the issue. Let's see. Okay, I think that's plenty, but let's go to the same place, like here. Insert car at cursor pause. If we do ZZ here, haha, that works. That was it. We needed to do that. Perfect. All right. So let's now go to the case where we need to, so actually now we need to do this, yank this line, and new VTop is going to be this, what we had before, saturating sub, like that. Then we do this, 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 and this, just to keep the logs, and then we can get rid of them after. New VTop. All right, let's see now. If we do it here, nothing should happen, but we are still moving the cursor there, which is wrong, really wrong. We're gonna take a look at that soon. Let's go here. And now what we need to do is put a line on the center, but it's above the center. So enter mode here. Yep, that works as well. Perfect. So the happy path is working. So now let's understand why we got the cursor to move, even if maybe we are setting a new VTop, right? Maybe, let's see. In this case here, it's not doing it. But if we go up here, it is doing. Because it is moving as farther top as it could. Yeah, but in this case, it's not. So it's just when the distance to center is less than 0. Which is the bottom case. Let's investigate. So we have the distance to center already. We have the new VTop. Let's see what the new VTop is. Oh, new VTop 0. So in this case here, it's not entering the if, but in this case, it is. Because the length of the buffer is more than VTop, because it's 0 plus the distance to center. So this condition is not correct. Let's make sense of this. So log buffer len equals this more than editor VTop. Okay, hold on. Let's the VTop plus the distance to center. So if it's more than distance to go, editor.buffer.len. If we do ZZ here now, let's see. Buffer lane, it has plenty of lines, and the distance to go is only 17. And then the new VTop is still 0. So we need to see if the new VTop changed or not. New VTop is not the current VTop. I think that should take care of this. So if I do ZZ now, nothing really happens, which is good. Same thing here. If I do ZZ here, nothing happens. But if I have plenty of scroll, that works a charm. Oh, and we're getting this subtract with overflow here. I saw that happen before. Yeah. Equals, oh, this guy here. Oh, I uncommented this just to see, I commented this out to see if we were restoring the screen before panicking. I tried to do that in one of the parts of this series, and I can show you what I was doing wrong. I think that's a good lesson learned, even though I'm a little ashamed. Here's how we're doing that. On the main function, I'm doing panic.setHook, and then every time there's a panic, this callback here is being called. In one of the past episodes of this series, what I was trying to do forcibly, I was trying to put it here, like that. And I couldn't figure out why it was not working. I don't know if you guys ever streamed, but I feel like I lose 50% of my IQ, my coding IQ when I stream. It's funny. sometimes I finish the stream and I recap what I was trying to do and I say, isn't this obvious? Why didn't you realize that during the stream? And my hope is that with time, that's going to improve. We can only hope, right? Anyways, I think that's also fixed. So I think it's a good time for us to commit, remove. Oh, okay. Now we're talking. Now here, oh, we did this. Yeah, so we're not really going to be able to break it down. Let's edit this and see. So the part that pertains to the undo is all the way up to this. This is not part of the undo. So yeah, we can edit this out like this, I think. Let me double check. So which column is this? 125. And here is 89. Oh, so this is YX, not XY. So 14, and this is 14, yeah. So we basically need to take this out. VTop, as you size, undo actions. So let's add it again. Like that, and like that. Undo actions, yes, I definitely want that. No. No. Yes. Yes. No. No. Current line contents, yes. And that's it. Undo command. Now we can go over this again. Oh, and before we commit, let's take out the logs. Okay. Yes. Yes. Now that's it. By the way, if you want to check out this, the source code for this project, I created a GitHub account for Coder Sauce, and my idea is to put all the projects there. I still don't have a README, shame on me, but let me put this on the chat. Here we go. So now we have done ZZ and we have done undo. I pushed everything to Git. I was telling you about the repository. Let me quickly check something here. Do I have the, yeah, perfect. So I can paste the code here. There we go. All right, so it's gonna be there, and it's also gonna be, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm gonna link it down in the comment, in the description of the video. I'm gonna put the link to the GitHub repo as well. All right, so let's see what else we can start tackling today. Syntax highlighting, it's gonna be a very complex. Yeah, let's try to implement those other commands like insert line below cursor. Let's do that. So event key code car O. Let's implement some copilot disable action insert line below cursor. And let's implement this and save. Let's generate the code for this guy. And now let's implement it. All right, so insert line below cursor. The first thing we need to do is to see where we, oh, it's going to be very simple. It's basically going to be editor.buffer.insert line self.cy +1. We will need to see self.cy, not self, but editor, and then string new. And I think that's it. Oh, it's not CY actually. Buffer line. Like that. Yes, let's see. What if I do here? O. So this is above cursor, which is Shift O, I think. Yeah, like that. Okay, so this is insert line add cursor. insert line below cursor. Buffer line +1, but I think we can run into an issue if we try to add it as the last line, but we're going to get there. Like that. Let's see. So if we do O here, yes, and we need to move the cursor there. Self.cy plus equals 1. Okay. Editor.ci. Oh, yes. So we can, oh, and then we can need to transition into insert mode. So then editor dot mode equals mode insert. Okay. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Yep, that works. Actually, let me see something. Yeah, that letter A there is a little suspicious. So we unveiled a bug. Let's take care of that. So in insert mode, so that's going to be handle insert event, insert character at position, insert at the buffer line CX. Let's see, log insert X C. And actually, let's take out this event logging here. Let's go to log. Oh, it's doing 0 twice. Interesting. Why is it? Oh, are we not moving X? We are. I think. Oh, but it's not here. Handle insert event. We are not. Oh, that's on the handling of the action. Hold on. CX plus equals 1. Why is this not becoming 1? I have a hint. I know why. I know exactly why. So we need to go to check bounds, and yeah. So if we are in insert mode, the bounds are different. Hold on. If CX plus, I think we're in this first case here. Let's see. If self dot is I think I like that. If our mode is mode okay, and is insert like that. If self dot is insert clamping X when in insert mode. Like that. Let's see. So if we do O and we do J, clamping X in insert mode, and then after that, it's all fine. So we're probably falling on this guy here. If not self dot is insert, then we can do this clamping here. Let's see if that's take care of our issue. Nope, it doesn't. Let's see what happens if we don't clamp at all in insert mode. That's fine because we are not allowing the user to, hold on, let me see if my camera can refocus on me. Doesn't look like it. Hold on. Let's see if it's gonna center. No, we need to zoom out a little bit. Perfect, okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Now, we took care of that. Let's see if in normal mode, everything is working the way we expect, which I don't see why not. Like that, let's go to the first, and if we try to go up, down, left, right, like that. And when we have a line that is shorter than the other, and I try to go up. Yeah, so clamping is working. We're good. All right, good. So we have we have insert line above cursor. Question is, when we do that here, oh, there's this whole alignment thing that it does. I think it knows the context of the language. So, but what I'm going to do temporarily is if I'm here and I press O, I'm going to move CX to 0 as well, just to be neat. So let's see, move, insert line below cursor. So let's do, yeah, no, we can do that later. CX equals to 0. Editor CX 0, perfect. Let's quit. Let's go to the end of this line, and perfect, it's doing that. All right, let's insert line at cursor. Here, do we need to move? Let's see. Let's wire this action. So let's find O, and let's implement capital O. Insert line at cursor. Just like that. And let's see what happens now. So if we are here and we do Shift O, that seems to be working. Oh, it isn't. We're not in insert mode. So let's do that. Okay, then I think we can make those two. No, let's not do that. So editor.cy plus equals 1, no, just the CX 0, and then editor mode equals mode insert, like that. And let's see. Seems to be working. Yes, perfect. So nice. So those are O and capital O. Go to the beginning of the buffer, easy peasy. Let's do the following. Action, go to top, move top. This is going to be editor.vtop equals to 0, editor.cy equals to 0. Like that. And then action, move bottom. It's going to be, what happens when we do it here? GG, and then G. Oh, it puts it on the last line like that. What if it's like this, and if I press GG? Yeah, oh, sorry. Let's go to the bottom. What happens if I'm here and I press G? So it doesn't scroll down. Okay. But I think that's a detail. I think we can put the, yeah, we can make the last line of the buffer the last line of the viewport as long as the buffer is longer than one viewport. Yes, so let's do that. Okay. And I don't know why, but this thing stops working randomly. Let me quit and try again. Keycaster. Good, it's back. All right, so move to bottom. Yeah, move to top and move to bottom are better names, I think. Okay. So editor if self.buffer.len is more than self.vheight. Self.vtop equals self.cy is going to be the bottom of the viewport. So basically self.vheight minus 1. And then it's not self, is it? editor. One day I'm gonna learn this. Editor. So the vtop is gonna be, yeah, the CY is gonna be the last line, and the vtop is gonna be editor.buffer.len minus editor.vHeight. I think we're off by 1 here, but we'll see. And then otherwise, we're just gonna do editor CY is editor buffer len minus 1. Okay, vHeight is u16 and the lane is usize, so let's do as usize. Same here, len and this guy as usize. Expected u16, yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay, it's fine. So now we don't have move to bottom. So let's fix that. We now do. And same thing here. All right. Now let's find where we implemented undo. And let's implement event key code char G. It's going to be some, yeah, action move to bottom. And event key code char G some action move, no. It's GG, so we need to do, what's the name of the action set? Waiting command G. And then on the handle waiting command, we're gonna do here, so we're handling D and Z. Let's start handling G. Match event, and again, I think next session, we need to start taking care of a better way to define key mappings, because this is very, very manual right now. You see, I'm gonna have to copy this, paste here, and then if this guy is G, we're gonna do move to top. And let's test it. So if I do G with a capital G, it goes to the last line, perfect, so we were not off by 1. And if I do GG, we go to the first line, perfect. All that's left is to test this with a small file. That's not a small file. What do we have here? Logger. That's a small file. G goes to the last line, GG goes to the first line. Perfect. Let's commit this. Yes. Oh, let's take out those logs. Hold on. Okay, perfect. We took that out. Let's go again. Oh, we added more. So yeah. I always forget that. Let's split, and if that's not good enough, let's just do insert line below and add cursor first. Yeah, let's take those two out for now. This is the bounding that took place because, yeah, we found that while doing those commands, so we want that for sure. I want to keep that commented out. Let's split this. We want those two, but we do not want those two. Next one is G. Nope. And that's it. Let's see. Insert line at and below cursor commands. Good. Yes. Yes. Move to top and bottom of the buffer commands. There we have it. So if you go back to our Notion here, we can, how can we see those two? I don't know. I don't know how to work with Notion yet, but this is done. This is done. This one is in progress. We just did the beginning of this. And this is done. And this is done. Good. So let's remove this filter. I'll clear selection. Good. So we're going to have just not started and in progress here. Okay. Now, the next thing that I wanted to do was to take a look at how we could handle undo when we edit text. I'm not quite sure how to handle that, but let's do the following. Let me take a quick break and I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Oh my God, the chroma key is not really happy, is it? Not very much. Let's see. We need to zoom in. There we go. Okay. All right. So I was thinking about how to do undo when we type text. And I wanted to do some research because, to be honest, I don't think I know how to do that. Undo command for typed text on text editors. How to design undo and redo. Should have a look at this guy. Actions as commands, you keep in two stacks, one for undo, another for redo. You can compose your comments to create more high-level commands, like when you want to undo actions of a macro, for instance. You want to group individual keystrokes or a single word or phrase in one action. Each action in your editor or a redo action generates a new undo command that goes into the undo stack. Yeah, that's more or less what I'm doing. Variant of the comment pattern, I'm familiar with that, but that doesn't give me any idea on how to implement that for actually typed text, right? And actually, let me make sure that this is not as bright. Okay, you know what? Let's try to do the naive approach, how I would do this, and then I can read and investigate what's the more performant way to do that. But if I were to implement this very, very naively, what I would do is the following. Let's think. Let's go to the editor. And we have the action for handle insert event. And then we handle, sorry, new line and insert character at position, right? Let's go to insert character at position and try to see if we can do something to, to do that, to do the undo here. So editor.undo actions.push action, remove, char, and again, this is really naive. This is going to be editor.cx, the one before we incremented it, and editor.buffer line. Something like this. Right? So let's do it like this. Okay. And then let's create this guy. And let's try to implement this. Remove chair at. Then we're going to take X and Y. And then what we're going to do is basically this here. And it's going to be X and Y. Like that. I think that's what we want. And then another thing that we need to probably take care of is to not undo actions that we're undoing, right? Let's say that we have a undo for an action that's going to be like something like insert cursor position. If we undo using that, we're going to do another undo to undo the undo. I don't know if that makes sense. something that I just thought about. Anyways, I think that's what we need. Let's try that. Let's see what happens if we go ahead and do this. There we go. So I'm going to insert here, blah, blah, blah. If I do undo, not bad. It's working. But ideally, what I would like to do is to undo everything that I did between the insert and escaping from the insert. So I think we can keep a list of actions during insert mode and then undo all of them. Maybe. Let's try that. So let's get rid of this undo here. And let's do the following. If we do enter mode, new mode, here, if, no, before that. This has to be, let me think. So what if we go to editor and we do undo actions since mode change is a vec of action. I'm sure we have a much better way to do this, but again, let's play with it. Let's yank this. And then here where we're inserting the character, instead of undo actions, we're gonna do paste this. Maybe we have two buckets of actions one. Thinking. Let me open an editor here. So let's think. If we go to insert mode, actually, I don't want Vim mode on VS Code. Okay. Don't want this either. Okay, let me think. Yes, I think what we need to do is the following. We have to have a bundle of actions. Let's say we have a bundle. The bundle is a vector of actions. And then when we enter insert mode, we do the following. Insert actions is going to be vec. And then when we leave insert mode, we create action, insert, yeah, maybe like that, just like that, with the insert actions. I like that. Then we put this on the undo actions dot push. All the actions that we did during that insertion, or all the undos for the actions that we did during that. I think that's the best approach from the top of my head. I don't know what you guys think. I'm gonna do that. All right. So no longer need this guy. What we're gonna do instead is do insert undo actions like that. And then when we transition, enter mode. If editor mode editor.is not editor.is insert and matches new mode insert. So if we're entering insert mode, we're going to do editor.insert undo actions equals vec new. If editor.is insert and matches new mode normal. editor, editor dot undo actions dot push action insert actions or action the undo multiple, don't know. Editor dot insert undo actions dot clone take. Let's do that. So let actions equals to editor dot insert undo actions dot take. This way we do it like this, and we clean the vector. Okay, that action is not a can't I do that? Is it not take? From a struct and leave it and mem take. Replace maybe. Let's see. Mem take editor dot insert undo actions. What happens if I do this? Expected mutable found. Okay. Okay, let's do this the dumb way. If you're watching this on YouTube and you know how to do this, please comment below. I would love to know. Let actions equals to editor dot insert undo actions dot clone, which I hate doing. I need to learn how to do this properly. And then you do actions, and then you know what? Let's investigate this. Let's ask this guy. I have a struct, call it editor, and it has a an attribute, call it I don't know, list vec string. I want to take the contents of list and keep it on a local variable while making sure that now list is an empty vector. Can I leverage mem take for this? Replaces the value at a mutable location with its default value and returns the old value, which is basically what I wanted to do. Oh, so all I missed was the mutable. Ah, great. We were so close. Okay, so here all I needed to do it was this. And yes. Undo multiple. There's no such thing. So let's do this. Generate variant. There we go. And then this guy here is a vec of action. And then let's implement that guy. Okay, so now actions dot for action in actions, action dot execute editor. That's it. Okay, will this work? What do you reckon? It won't. It won't. What's going on? Oh, insert and do actions. It's just actions. And this is going to be just like that. Missing structure fields. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, what now? Sure. And I think we're good. We are. Okay, so now is the test. Let's say that I added log string. If I hit undo, what will happen? Crash. Cannot remove a character from the end of the string. Oh, we need to undo on the opposite order of, yeah, we need to do pop. That's, yeah. For action while actions dot, I cannot iterate. Let's do a loop. Loop action dot execute. So let action equals to actions dot pop. If match actions dot pop. Some action this non break. Cannot borrow actions as mutable. Can we now? I mean, we don't need to clear this because it's gonna clear. Yeah, we don't want to mutate this. Yes, that's right. All we want to do is to do for action in actions.iter.rev. Yes, action.execute editor. That's it. That should be it. Love it. So now if we do name, oh, I don't have backspace. Okay, anime. If I do undo, ooh, look at that. So now we just need to do the undo. Oh, I love this. We just need to do the undo for the O action. Let's do that. Man, that's cool. That's pretty cool. By the way, I found two things that we'll need to implement later. So let me keep track of those. So let's do here handle backspace when in insert mode, backspace in insert mode, like that. What was the other one? Not sure. Okay, so if we do insert line below cursor, we need to delete that line. So let's do the following: self.undo actions.push action remove. Let's see the actions that we have. Delete current line. Insert line. So here is what I was talking about. Action, the delete line editor.cx, editor.cy. And it's actually remove. Remove line. Do we have remove line or anything? Insert line, new line, remove char. It's delete current line. Okay. Delete line at. X is U16 and Y is U size. So we need to, yeah, we need the buffer position for that. Perfect. Yes. Delete line at. Remove line here. Delete line at editor.cx. That was correct, but not cy here, so it's going to be buffer line. Yes, it's not self. It's going to be a ciw editor undo actions. Perfect. So that's it. Let's see. We don't handle this guy, so let's see what kind of issues we have. Yes, let's implement this guy. So here we're going to have X and Y, like that. Editor. Oh, delete line at X doesn't make sense, does it? Like that. You know what we could do? We could also restore the cursor position. I like that. To CX, and you know what, let's not do that right now because there are some implications that we may need to scroll. It's better to implement the command, this command, like go to line 10 first, and then we need to do the whole handle command mode. This is editor, this is a feature, like that. Okay. Yeah, let's just keep delete line at. Oh, but this is below cursor, so it has to be +1. As a matter of fact, we didn't test, and I'm sure this is going to crash if we go to the last line. GG. No, if we do O here, I'm pretty sure this is going to crash. It doesn't. Nice. Okay, so what happens if I do the same thing? Too late for that. Okay. Anyway. What's the problem here? Delete line, move left. No idea why that delete line is there. Dot remove line, delete line. Oh, editor dot buffer. Line, does this take a... Yeah, so the line is going to be Y. Sure. Let's dereference. And I think that's it. But we need to do that for the insert line below cursor and also for insert line at cursor. The only difference is that for this one we do the buffer line and not the line below the buffer line. All right, let's see. So if we do Shift O here, we do escape and we do undo, nothing happens because not sure. What if we do O? No, nothing. Okay, let's take a look at the undo method. Let's also move this close to the undo. Handling, which is here. If some undo actions dot pop, okay. And just to make sure, let's see. Add line, where is that? Insert line below cursor. We are adding it to undo actions. Yeah, we are. Okay. No idea. Let me see. Undo. Let's log. And otherwise, we're also going to log nothing to undo. Cannot be formatted. Oh, because it's an action and action doesn't implement the derive. Debug. All right, so now if we do Shift O, we do escape and we hit undo. Oh, undo multiple. Why? And if we undo again? That's why. Okay, so yeah, we're going to insert mode. Right. If we don't do anything in insert mode, we don't want to have an undo multiple. Good catch. Let's see. Undo multiple. Okay. So if editor.insert undo actions is empty, we do this. Let's try it again. So if we do Shift-O, escape, undo, perfect. Now if we do, oops, and we add that L, escape, undo, yep, undo again, love it. So let's do Shift-O, first insert was here, escape, and we do O, second insert was here, we do escape, undo, undo, and undo, and undo, perfect. I am pretty satisfied with how this works. The only thing that I may do different is I would like to, if I do like Shift-O and I type hello and I press escape, when I undo, I would like it to not only remove the text, but also undo the action that triggered the switch from normal mode to insert mode. I think that would be ideal. All right, so we are going on for more than 2 hours and a half, I think. No, I don't know. But I think this is a good point to stop. Here's what I'll do. Let's commit the changes. So what did we do? We now have support for undoing everything that we did during insert mode. So undo all insertions while in insert mode in batch or something like that. There we have it. It's done. Once again, thank you for watching. And if you by any chance is watching this on YouTube, I am trying to stream almost every day. My Twitch handle is also Coder Sauce. You can find it on the description below. Thank you so much for watching. And and if you missed at the beginning, I also said that I created a Discord server. If you want to hang out, the link is also going to be in the description, okay? Thank you so much. Have a good day.